Okay, what's up everyone? So in the last part, we talked about my first line gear, my chest rig setup. In this one, I'm going to be talking about my belt kit. This is supplementary to the first line, so ideally this would go on top of the chest rig if we're planning on getting in a more sustained mission. Whatever's happening, I need more equipment. So this was the kit I was wearing for Milsim West. So in all those videos, this is what I got on, but it's not very difficult to transfer everything over to shooting steel. Just switch the mags out and good to go. So it's essentially just a web gear, Alice belt, whatever the hell it's called, held up by suspenders. These are M1956 suspenders. These are like the Vietnam model, and they're in there with they're attached with paracord to the belt. So let's start on the left side, on my non-firing hand. That's where all the ammo is, so I could reach it while holding the gun up. Still, so it's one quick reload, and then two that are under the pouch. So like I said, ammo on the left side. I keep this guy closed because in the event I'm like skull dragging or some shit, I only end up losing one mag. And then another contingency on top of that are these shock cord loops. I have put through pretty much every pouch on this kit. This is just to keep things a little tighter. If this were all the way loose, that would come out pretty easily. So I like to shock cord everything down just for an added layer of security for my gear. So ammo, moving further left, this is a 1956 canteen pouch. This has Thunder V grenades in it. These weren't really used for throwing and hucking and fucking. These were set up as tripwires for early warning devices, kind of like towards the, if we were setting up an OP or if we're getting ready to go to bed at the patrol base, we'd set up tripwires around the perimeter just so we get a little bit of warning if somebody comes within a certain amount of distance. So I have two of those in this pouch here, and then I also have two little smokes, the micro EG 250s. So it's kind of a little munitions pouch there. And then again, bungee on the outside, or shock cord to keep everything nice and tight and retained. For the back, this is the butt pack. At Milsim West, I didn't wear an assault pack. My idea was just to kind of keep everything I would need on either the belt kit or in the chest rig and not have to be taking a backpack on and off to get to gear or extra whatever. I still ended up having to take this off. Like for instance, it got pretty wet up at Milsim West, so I'd have this guy on me most of the time. And it wasn't too much of a struggle to just roll this guy up nice and tight. And then on these bottom straps here, just tuck it under. And then my rain gear was really secure. And then if it ended up getting weird, I could just take this off, put that on top. It was a pretty easy setup. On top, I would, like I just showed you, I'd have this guy rolled up on the bottom, and then I'd have tubular nylon on the top. That's for a multitude of reasons. There's no one set reason why you want tubular nylon. We ended up having one dude busting an ankle, so I thought I was going to have to use it at one point, but it ended up not being a big deal. So that's clipped in with the carabiner on the side, a really sloppy knot that's coming undone, and a piece of paracord, or a paracord bracelet clipping the other side to it. Then I have the 1956 pouches. They don't have buckles, they don't have anything fancy like that. It's just woven through these friction locks. So what I did with all the excess is I took a piece of shock cord and these two friction locks. And I have everything kind of bunched up here. So if I need something, not everything's flopping around, but I can also just pull these and start to loosen shit up. So inside, pull these two top ones. I would have this hose goes to a hydration bladder, and then the hose is strapped on the outside of the canteen pouch there, keep it from dangling. I had a beanie. This is gonna look weird, but this is a alpaca wool poncho. I didn't have this on very often, but this is essentially replacing what would be like a whoopee or some sort of like rain / thermal protection. It's alpaca wool, so it's essentially waterproof, not entirely, but more or less. So this is really nice for cold nights, cold, wet, soggy nights. My extra eye protection, and then like I said, the bladder at the bottom. That was kind of just what was in here at any given time. We'd also have the medic water bottles.
You down?
I need a medic.
What do you need? Water?
Water. I got a water bottle back here though. Here. Oh, you're the man.
If the medic didn't want to burn through his supplies, he'd have everybody carrying one water bottle, so you could use that to treat yourself. So I'd have a medic water in there. I'd have, you know, whatever the mission dictates. This is big enough to kind of fit whatever. This would replace the assault pack. So let's move on further to the left. I got another canteen pouch. This one actually with a canteen in it. And then it still has bungee around it, just to keep it tight to the belt, and also for stuff like this. If I wanted to retain my hose, so I could just pull this up, take a sip, pull it back down, and it's tight. And then moving on to the left, this is a Dutch frag grenade pouch I found at the surplus store. It's a pretty unique opening. Damn. Again, more shot cord. The shot cord kind of makes the grenade pouches a little harder to get to. And here I have the EG67 that's been crushed, but it still works. I've crushed a couple of these and threw them, and they still exploded. So got one of those in there. This is a Alice triple mag pouch that I kind of turned into a multi-purpose pouch. On the outside, on these little frag pouches here, they fit EG18 smoke grenades pretty well.
I don't know if that technical bed or not.
You could have one on each side, and then you take one out, you just tighten it up a little bit more, and you got another one. Inside here, I would keep chem lights, the IR chem lights. I kept another little EG250, and then this is the boo-boo kit, or whatever the hell. And then I would also keep a little bit of snacks in here because there's some more room in this pouch. So, pretty useful little pouch here. And that would be used as kind of a general purpose. Moving forward some more, it'd just be one more frag pouch. And so this has got like a fake M67 in it just to fill the pouch. But same deal, bungee cord. And then essentially if you had to, if you knew you were going to get to them quick, you could just have this guy in here, secure it, and the thing's not going to flop out of there. But it's in there, so on a moment's notice you can pull it, yank the pin, and throw it. So that's the Alice kit, that's the web gear, the web belt. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. This is, well, it'll be pretty obvious what this is when I open it. If you play airsoft, you fog a lot. And so I had a little micro lens cleaner. It was up here, and it sat next to my shoulder, so it's easy to wipe my glasses, wipe the optic, whatever. You shove it back in there when you got time. But that is my belt kit. My Alice rig, web gear, again, whatever you call it. There's a million names for it. Thanks for checking out this video, guys, and Stay tuned for more stuff like this.